It is Wednesday, and you know what that means. I'm here for a very rare AEW Dynamite watch-along. Haven't done one of these in a while. We used to do them all the time, but these days I work on Wednesday nights. But tonight's Grand Slam, and I thought tonight's show was going to be pretty big. Plus, it coincided with the release of the Vince McMahon Netflix docuseries, which everybody's talking about today. So I wanted this day off from work. So we are here to watch Dynamite. It kicks off in about 2 minutes. I have watched the first 2 episodes of the Vince McMahon docuseries. Tonight, Elizabeth and I are going to bust out the rest of them after Grand Slam. And then I currently have a review, big review, live review, scheduled for Friday right before SmackDown, a couple of hours before SmackDown, 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific. I'm going to be here live on Friday to give you a review, a full review on all 6 episodes. I'm going to do 2 watch-throughs of this thing and make all the notes I can to give you guys the best possible review on Friday. I was thinking about doing a uploaded review, but then I thought that live would be the best way to do that and a way to get it to you guys as quickly as possible. So tomorrow I'm going to spend the day after I watch the rest of the series tonight. Tomorrow I'll spend the rest of the day kind of organizing my notes and whatnot, and then Friday we will be here to talk about it. But we can discuss a few things today as we're watching Dynamite. But I am only 2 episodes deep, but I have seen a lot of clips and spoilers online today on social media. So that's going on today, along with Grand Slam. Big day for wrestling fans, and tonight's card looks pretty good. 5 solid matches, 3 of which are title matches, and then we have a couple of big singles matches in what looks to be kind of a double main event. Moxley and Darby and Nigel and Bryan Danielson. Looks like they're going to have a fun time at Arthur Ashe tonight. No elevated ramp. There's no ramp tonight. They're coming out right on the floor, kind of like how WWE does sometimes. So the stage for Dynamite tonight should look pretty interesting. Thank you guys for being here. I'll be doing some shout outs in just a second. I want to get my ducks in a row here, make sure we're ready to rock. All right. We're looking good over there. Right on. Juliet, no, I have not. Have I seen Bill Simmons' comments on Vince? I don't think so. No, not yet. I don't know if I've gotten there or if you're talking about something else. I've only kind of gotten through the first 2 episodes, like I said, and there's been a bunch of clips spoiling what's going to happen in the next few episodes that I have seen. Chase, do you think we get Shane tonight? I don't know. I would love it if Shane came back or showed up in AEW. I'm one of the only people who wants to see him there. But would be odd timing considering, his father is very heavily in the news today. So I don't know. I mean, if you are going to bring out Shane, and if Shane is coming into the company, you have to think from Shane's perspective and Tony's perspective, is this the actual night you would want him to debut on the same day when his dad is dominating kind of the wrestling headlines or at least the wrestling chatter? I don't know. Might not be the right day. I might wait till the pay-per-view. I'm not sure. But Shane coming out, making a big splash right ahead of that new media rights deal being announced could be fun. All right. Big Bang Theory is wrapping up. Keep in mind, I say this every time we do watch-alongs. I watch my cable TV on a streaming service, DirecTV Stream. So I always seem to be like a minute behind people on basic cable. So just keep that in mind as you're watching. And here we go. And we're opening with Nigel. It's a short ramp, too. Like, no room there to walk. You just come right through the tunnel and you're like in the ring. Is this Oasis? Isn't he supposed to come out to Oasis? This doesn't sound like Oasis. I was never a huge Oasis fan. I only listened to like one album. That one good one they did. I think they did 8,000 or 9,000 ticket sales for this one. A little down from last year, but that's to be expected. AEW kind of feels like they feel cold at the moment, but hopefully they can heat back up. We'll see how tonight goes. Danielson and Nigel. This one's a long time coming, man. Let's say hello to some people. Zane G, what's up, man? Garrett Osborne, Gilbert Arbalo, Red Raven Rucker, Michael Kumo, Daniel Berry Sports, Colin Wright, Ruben Anthony. The Juliet is here. Chase, Marcus M, Ryan Adams. We got Joshua, Aparicio. Anybody else saying hello? Good to see you. Probably won't do much of an audience tonight, but we'll have fun anyway. Please hit that thumbs up button for me if you don't mind. Danielson is here, correct? We haven't really heard much. Yeah, I feel like something might be up here, the way they're kicking this off, and the fact that they didn't do much last week on Dynamite. All right, there might be something going on here. Maybe Danielson's not cleared, y'all. Oh, maybe Omega returns tonight. He's been training with Ibushi. They're looking good. What are they, the Golden Lovers? What are they? Not the Golden Lovers. Maybe they are the Golden. I forgot what the fuck their name is. The Golden something. Oh, so it's going to be like this, or is Danielson going to come out at the very end? Oh, he's going to come out to Final Countdown? All right, so he is coming out. He just refused to come out until the correct music played? Golden Lovers. Okay, I'm right. And when I said it out loud, I'm like, why does that not sound right? Are they lovers? After their lovemaking, they like to engage in spiced meats. There he is. There's a champ. Got his gear on and everything. I don't think AEW's ever had a floor entrance, have they? Have they never not had a ramp? The show I went to a year or so ago here in San Diego, there was like the ramp was short and then you walked on the floor, so there was still a ramp, but I like ramps. I'm a fan of the ramp. They got the lights really low, which I don't know why. There's a decent house in there tonight. Ruben Anthony, I had a couple of these nice skinny little Stella, our toys. A present from my parents. When I went over there for my birthday dinner, they had these in the fridge for me and they sent them home with me. So I'm finishing them off. Sounds like JR's mic is somewhat muffled. I don't know what his problem is. Damon Smith, greetings from Charleston, South Carolina. Bro, I love your city. I used to live in Wilmington. I shot down to Charleston a couple times. It's so beautiful down there. Good restaurants, too. All right, this is very cool. I feel like the biggest mark for this match is actually Tony Khan. Booking his personal dream matches here. But I'm glad we're getting this match in an AEW ring, considering they are the owners now of the, Ring of Honor properties and tape library and that stuff. So they have all the history with these guys. You know, this is luckily a history that never treaded into WWE. There's very few things that AEW can call their very own, you know? You know, even with Danielson's career, they probably would have liked to show a lot of video highlights of his WWE stuff, but at least this is one that they can say, it's theirs. How about WWE? striking down copyright on one of AEW's own videos. I don't think that was WWE specifically doing that to be malicious. I think it was probably some automated bullshit, but so messed up.
Between Danielson and Mcginness, the last chapter, we thought it was just 1 day shy of 15 years ago, 10 miles away, Midtown Manhattan. And Danielson, he scored the victory that night and thought that he had closed the book on things with Mcginness. Well, Nigel has kept that with him his entire time. I know he's my broadcast partner on Collision. He is upset.
I mean, I'm hoping Danielson just straight beats him here, but I also feel like Danielson could get attacked. I mean, Moxley's wrestling later, so, you know, it feels like Moxley and Darby are definitely going to be your main event. So you could bring out Shane, but then again, if Moxley wins the match, gets the title shot, you might want to bring out Shane when Moxley wins the title. Not necessarily here. I don't know. Or Shane might not be coming in at all. But I feel like it's going to be Moxley and Danielson at Wrestle Dream. Yeah, Ryan, I feel like the juiciest stuff is going to get at the end, episodes 5 and 6. I know they're going to touch a lot on Owen. That's going to suck. And some other things. So, yeah, I'm going to be watching it all tonight. I'm glad I'm on the West Coast. It dropped for me here at midnight last night. So Elizabeth and I knocked out 2 episodes before I went to bed. I'm like, cool, got a head start. I didn't think I was going to watch any of it until tonight after Grand Slam. Huh. A time machine. It's a lot of like Billy Robinson type stuff they're doing.
Remember, last time we saw him at a bang over his head from John Moxley. Speaking of that, John Moxley later on, JR, tonight against Darby Allin. Yeah, I bet that will bring bookends of matches. Should be great. That's a hell of a way to close the show. With these open-handed shots from
Nigel, what the fuck are you doing? Nigel I like that he's smiling now, but he does feel a touch lethargic. There's a Nigel stick to commentating. I saw him at WrestleCon doing magic. Could never imagine trying to pick up a girl by showing her a magic trick. Oh. Is that a low blow? He's full of shit. That's a Shaq flop right there. Yeah, some people have said that the doc was disappointing, but you have to understand, like, there wasn't going to be a ton of stuff we didn't know. Like, if you're a wrestling fan and you know the ins and outs and the minutia of all this stuff in Vince's life, like me and like probably a lot of you, the documentary probably isn't going to tell us very much that we didn't already know. I think most people are watching this specifically for it getting into the scandal, which is probably going to be in the last episode. And a lot of like who Vince was and stuff like that. But in terms of the chronological order and the lineal path of Vince's career in the WWE, we know everything they're telling us. So I don't know what people really want, you know? Do they want all the stories to be told differently or something? Like, it's the same stories for the most part, but from the sidelines as Brian Danielson became a household name in the sport of professional wrestling. But Nigel now maybe thinking. So for the people who thought it was a disappointment, what were you looking for? You know, like, what were you expecting to get that you didn't get? Now, granted, I haven't seen the whole thing yet, but it sounds like they get pretty into everything at the end. So I'm not sure what's missing. They glossed over a lot, too. You know, they glossed over his childhood and, you know, things like that. So not everything was as detailed maybe as we want it, but so far I'm not surprised with how it's been going.
mean, that was the disintegration of the Blackpool Combat Club, where he was a leader in many ways. He's grabbing that forearm, that right forearm. Danielson is, that's the arm that was injured, right? Yeah, against Kazuchika Okada after being north of the years back. That fact, I'm sure not lost on Nigel Mcginness. Let's not forget the right arm could become the focus of this match. And that's not going to help it. Well, remember, that's the arm of Danielson that has a metal plate in it, right? Which actually makes the bone surrounding the plate weaker and more prone to injury. There's a game plan.
What's he? He's got the steps sideways there. Sideways steps up in here.
His cardio looks pretty good for a guy.
One theory I have about why there might not be a ramp is something might be coming through there. You know, the Stone Cold Steve Austin beer truck was kind of spoiled because they didn't have very many Raws back in those days that didn't have the ramp. So if just randomly one week, everybody's just coming out on the floor, I'm like, okay, why? Because there needs to be room for a beer truck to come through there. The same thing with the Zamboni. So maybe they got some sort of plan here for Shane to come in on like a WWE monster truck and spray, and then pull out a hose and spray WWE juice on everybody. You ever been sprayed with WWE juice? Whew. It stinks.
And Tony, fans that have seen that series have seen when these two men are wrapped around a ring post like that. Right. Right back to the right arm. Right arm is your story. That's what you want to keep your eye on.
Help me out because I don't know. When was Nigel's last match?
What is going to do? He's going to stay on that arm because he realizes there's a big problem the champ is having with that arm right about now. And Nigel could be taking London Dungeon here. It's one of his submission techniques. And back in that rivalry, Tony, with Bryan Danielson, Danielson passed out to this very hold. That's right. And that was before Danielson's arm was surgically repaired. That puts a great call. It puts a lot of strain on your rotator cuff and your labrum.
Yeah, but the Kurt Angle milk truck was later on, and by then we had seen that a few times. My point was, like in 1998, there's no ramp. Light bulb, I wonder why. You know, it was like the first time that clued us in. Oh shit, if there's not a ramp, they might be driving something in there. So that was like the first one. Then the Zamboni and the milk truck and probably a few other things that they've driven in.
Very well set up against his opponent. Nice block on that attempted suplex. Danielson with a really good block.
I really don't want this match to go any other way other than Danielson tapping this fucker out. It's kind of a double underhook snapdragon. I'm not really impressed with Nigel in the ring, to be honest. I know he was great in his day. In this particular match, I'm seeing very little. Oh!
But he went right to the forearm, guys. He nailed him with the knee, but Danielson grabbing that forearm instantly. If Danielson was able to capitalize.
2011, wow. Jesus, that's crazy. So I can't get on his case too much if he's been out of the ring for 13 years.
Yeah, he did. You can see Nigel's kind of out of it there. But you got to wonder, it's got to assume there's numbness in that right hand of Bryan Danielson. And that's what happens when your forearm is screwed up. And it's a lot weaker. Yeah, it's grip and pain threshold is a factor.
Those kicks, nice. There's some funny audio in and out cuts here. Not sure what's going on. Yeah, and I know he's had concussion stuff too, so he might just be being very careful in the ring, which I should not be complaining about. I'd rather have him be safe than be good.
As this match continues, Taz, we have to call into question the fitness of Mcginness. Yes, right? That's what you're going to say. You're right.
What's he do? Wow.
There it is. Nigel.
Oof.
Caught Danielson coming in. Shades of Jack Mullane. Danielson.
Oof. Ooh, ouch. That's interesting. Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow, that's a new one. I've never seen that ever. I mean, unless they did this exact spot in Ring of Honor, which I guess is possible, but I've never seen it. Oh.
Combination from Nigel. Big time impact. Leg hook now, and Danielson breaks free. It was smart of Nigel. He captured his own legs, so they went under that rope. And the ref had no choice. He had to count. You know, in his 700-plus matches in his career.
I followed ECW the way a lot of wrestling fans followed Ring of Honor, but by the time Ring of Honor came around and things started happening in my life. And I wasn't paying attention even to WWE really. So I missed out on a lot of Ring of Honor stuff because I just wasn't being a wrestling nerd during the time that Ring of Honor was around. But if I would have been, balls deep in it like the rest of my life, then I'd probably be a little more knowledgeable on Ring of Honor stuff.
JR, importantly, the right forearm. It bears repeating. The surgically repaired right forearm. That's a dominant hand. Taz, you know how that is. Yeah. It's your dominant hand that you're used to going to instinctively. Correct. And like you said about the grip, I mean, that's a key thing in wrestling. I don't think fans understand how vital grip is. That's how you perform moves with grip.
Thank you, Taz. You gotta have that grip. It's all about the grip.
That's it.
It's all about the grip and how you grip it.
Nigel knew exactly what he would do. Said that on Hammerlock. And Danielson, though, climbs the ropes, clears Mcginness, and now
Gonna hit him with the knees again? No. Nice lariat there. Finally, some intensity. This whole match just feels like it's... Nigel is walking through the moves here. Come on, Danielson. Michael, I guess after this match, Nigel goes back to commentary and acts like nothing happened. I wonder if he'll lay off on Danielson after that. Ripcord lariat.
Yeah, he does. He's got, obviously, Nigel has a plethora of experience. Even though he's been out of the ring for quite some time, for years.
What's up, Ricky? Good to see you, Uncle Donk. Good to see you, too. Chad Jones, King Azza.
Instead of going for the far leg, a lateral press across the chest, he's hooking the near leg and getting it almost to a high stack as he's looking for London Dungeon once again. The up kick from Danielson prevents. The game plans of each man starting to unfold as we proceed here in this classic matchup. If Nigel Mcginness wins this thing, I will never hear the end of it on Collision. The world will.
Yeah, I'm curious, is Nigel going to do Collision commentary? Because they're taping Collision, I think, here, right? Because everything's Grand Slam themed all week. It's be a long night of wrestling. They got to tape this and Collision, and probably Rampage too, or maybe it's just Collision. I don't know. Oof. He's not going to win the thing. No way. It was not to be.
The match 2.5 weeks ago with Jack Perry. The assault by John Moxley and Carter Castagnoli. And now,
jeez. He's got like a sharpshooter on his arm. Or a Boston or a half crab.
He's already starting the clock himself. He's holding his stopwatch, so to speak. The London Dungeon cinched in once again to have more pressure. Not only
oh, it's the London Dungeon. Sorry. I thought it was arm sharpshooter.
And the shoulder. Oh my God, he is yakking. Oh, he's going to tear that label when that rotator cuff off the bone.
Oh. I've had a rotator cuff injury before. Man, it sucked. Hurt me for so many years.
He's beating the hell out of Nigel, as you said, with his left arm. He's forced to go lefty. He's a right-hander. And Taz, we talked about the fitness of the champion of Nigel Mcginness.
I mean, I've seen the entire card for Grand Slam. Like, there's the Saraya and Jamie Hayter match, and Hangman's doing something, and Jack Perry's got open challenge, I think, right? And a couple other matches. So I've seen what they're doing on Collision, but I don't don't know if they're doing Rampage or not.
Not only physically, but mentally.
I don't even know.
That's true. It was a traumatic incident for our fans and certainly for Bryan Danielson, who still.
What do you think the next match is? It's going to be Roddy and Hook, or is it going to be Mariah May and Yuka Sakazaki?
Multitasking, he's got to use his legs. He can't use that forearm, but he can use that left-hand chop. Bryan's gone lefty. Now the headbutt. Switch it. You can expect.
All right, Danielson, series of headbutts. Oh, Nigel, right back to the arm.
He's so smart. Yeah, he's a strategist. A lot of years of experience, JR. You know how that goes.
Nigel's so smart. You know, there's not too many people named Nigel who are like dumb. You never don't meet a dumb Nigel, you know?
He's got the experience. He's got the inventiveness. And oh, wait now.
Oh, you should count right now. There's a pin going on Danielson right now. I'll count. 1, 2, 3. Match is over. Nigel wins.
Credit to Danielson's toughness. Bryan is squeezing his left hand, his right hand lying dormant.
Oh, there you go. Put the label lock on. There you go. Just transition.
He was in perfect position for the lapel lock.
I like it's kind of like how Brett put the sharpshooter on perfect at SummerSlam. You know, they were both on the mat and he just started wrapping his legs up, turned them over. Next thing you know, ding, ding, ding. Oh, he can't put it on because looks like his right arm is it's a little tingly, baby. He's got the tingles in the fingers.
Taking him too long to find a comfortable grip. It's a real thing, guys.
I love the justified "This is awesome" chants. I love that that's like Tony Khan's thing to say, justified "This is awesome" chants, implying that "This is awesome" chants are sometimes unjustified. And sometimes they are. I just think it's funny that a promoter is pointing that out.
Stack them in for a pin. Brett's got to watch that. Got to watch the back here of the champion. But Bryan Danielson doing a good job keeping his shoulders rolled. Left shoulder. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Nigel trying to escape, but now Danielson. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, Nigel is out. Allin. Danielson too quick. Danielson, instead of
Oh, I'd love an AWA invasion. Fucking Baron Von Raschke hitting the ring with the fucking crusher. Little Bockwinkel and Vern. And he tapping. Good. Yeah, tap his ass out. Jesus, that mercifully get this match over with. It was fine, but I didn't need that. I'm a wrestling fan. I'm all about history and tradition, and I love when guys can lock back up. Guys have had a lot of history together. This one didn't land for me. But that's okay. Because right now, AEW has their world champion is one of my favorites of all time. So you can only complain so much about that. All right, good win for Danielson. I'm glad that him and Nigel got that done. Jeez, they've been teasing this for a year, over a year. So after all that, year plus, you know, they just got a little kind of a, not bad, but somewhat flat match. Oh, here comes Christian. Compassionate, respected, sacrificing. I love Christian. I really like Christian's music.
Are you kidding me? If he executes that contract here tonight, Danielson, after this 15-plus minute battle with Nigel Mcginness, would have screwed up right up front.
Next AEW champion.
Danielson saying, bring it on. What an opportunist.
Who's this?
What's that? Wait, that's Kip Sabian.
Oh, it's Kip Sabian? There's something going on with Kip, right? And like Nick Wayne or something? Is that... That's hilarious. Oh. Yeah, Claudio and Pac making sure that Danielson's champion. Well, that was cool. Christian came out at the end of the Danielson-Nigel match with the contract, had the pen in his hand. Kip Sabian sneaks up from behind him, steals the pen, runs away. Christian chases him and runs right into Pac and Claudio, being like, not today, son. All right, Hook and Roddy, just like we thought. Rob Strickland, did you miss Swerve yet? I don't even know if Swerve's going to be here. I know Nana. I think Prince Nana's saying something during Grand Slam. Maybe not tonight, but one of these shows. He's going to provide us an update on the Swervester.
In-store, online, our Lowe's team has you covered.
Here's to fall favorites, made with love, right at home, and autumn flavors, wherever we roam. Werther's original limited edition harvest flavors and chewy caramels, made special for baking and memory making.
Man, my grandpa used to always have those Werther's originals. I hate them. I hate butterscotch. And he would always think like he's hooking me up. Here you go, Gregory. Here's a couple candies for you. I'm like, no, you can keep those, Gramps. I'm good. These things are like sucking on a turd. I'm like, you got any Starburst or something? Can you hook a brother up with some Skittles, Grandpa? Fucking Werther's original.
Can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a cardiovascular problem. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions and low blood calcium have occurred.
No, I don't think Swerve is doing a movie. I think he got body slammed on a brick. And he got a syringe in his mouth. And he got staples in his face. I think he's just convalescing. I would be. You choke slam me on a brick, you ain't gonna see me for like 2, 3, 7, 8 months. Yeah, something like that. It's gonna be a long time. Why don't you go get choke slam on a brick? See how you feel, Uncle Donk. There's probably a brick outside your house. Just go look for one. Get your friend to choke slam you on it. And then report back to us. Let us know how you feel. Oh, yeah. See, your grandpa was awesome, Ryan. He had York patties. Those are badass. I love a good York. Nothing worse than unwrapped butterscotch. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of butterscotch at all, and I'm not a fan of butterscotch candy at all either. To me, as a kid, that wasn't candy. I'm like, this isn't candy. It's like I'm sucking on butter or something. You still think it was a Novocaine syringe? Oh, man. I've had a lot of Novocaine in the last 10 days. And I got more coming.
So if you want to feel good, join Crunch.
Join Crunch Fitness today.
Man, I don't know if I'm giving up on Kill Switch turning, but thanks for the 5, Mike. You're predicting that whenever Christian faces Brian, the dinosaur finally turns on him. They've been teasing it for too long now. They've been teasing it and keep disappointing us, so I'm worried that the fans aren't even going to take it seriously when it does happen.
Your best sleep starts here. Some things feel bad. Crunch feels good.
Thanks, Rob. I'd lie if I didn't say that I'm really looking forward to your review of the Netflix Mr. McMahon documentary. That's why I'm not doing it tomorrow. I'm doing it Friday because I want to take a lot of time. I'm going to do a full review of each episode. We're going to talk a lot about it. We're going to be live for 2 hours on Friday. I'm getting into all of it. So be here. The link is up already. But I feel like if I did the review tomorrow, I'd be rushing it. And I don't want to rush it. So we're going to do it Friday. He is Hook. All right, it's going to be Hook and Roddy here. It's crazy that Hook's been in the ring now for, what, 2-3 years? Send Hook.
It's just wild to me, especially here, Shivani, in Queens, New York City. I mean, when Hook
I feel like Hook can't even grow a beard even if he wanted to. How old is he now? He's old enough to drive, right, Hook? I think he just turned 16 a couple months ago. I think he's in 10th grade, I think. Nick Wayne starts high school next year. We're all excited for him. I mean, I haven't followed really why this match is happening, but I can't imagine Roddy has any legit shot to win the FTW here, right? Look at Hook. He's like, can't you see I'm busy resting on the turnbuckle? And here you come. I think Matt Taven was one of the guys on NFL game duty with Sammy Guevara. They did before the game last week. Look at Hook just still chilling. Hook should have thrown him over the top rope. The Octomom is a grandmother. See, I don't even remember when the Octomom was, but I know that's kind of more recent history. But she's a grandma now. So, like, one of them 8 kids had a kid? Damn. Was that long ago?
FTW champ. We had a 2-on-1 right there on the wrist of Hook. Hook's trying to break that quick. Nice reversal there. It's called losing with grace, which is not something Roderick Strong is well acquainted with. But now looking for that inside hook on the leg as he had to control the wrist. You notice how both men there, they had their ears on each other. Nice. Koichi Makakomi's a very quick inside trip. Going for that contact of Tommy there. And a head and arm of Roderick Strong's counter. Nice counter there. Roderick rolling and getting himself now this time. The referee does spot it firmly underneath the ropes. Yeah, the Stooges pulled him out from underneath the ropes. The Stooges, or excuse me, the Undisputed Kingdom, left that and not taking the Stooges. Watch Hook's on the top.
Oh, man, look out. There's a lot of room over there on the other side of that barricade. I feel like we're going to have some activities. Clearly, they've built bunk beds to leave room for those activities. Do you like guacamole? Ooh. Oh. Kendo stick. Oh, wow. Russian leg sweep with the kendo stick into the back of the barricade. Probably hurt both guys, but look cool. Hook just took out all of Undisputed. Or, Kingdom, whatever they're called. Or Undisputed Kingdom, yeah. All right. Oh, good. We get picture in picture at least.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce?
Hand smashed patties. That Sonic burger looks good because I don't like burgers with like ketchup on it and stuff. So I like the burgers that have like pickles and like special sauce and stuff. I like that better. And that one from Sonic looks fucking awesome. There's something about ketchup on a cheeseburger that I just cannot do. Or mustard or anything for that matter. I don't know why I'm like that. Oh, what's up, Angie? Sorry you're late. Well, before you got here, we discussed it, and we said if you show your face in here, you're not going to be welcome because we don't like tardiness. So this is going to be kind of like your final warning. You're late one more time. I mean, I'm going to let it slide this time. But, I mean, I can't tell you again. So just make sure you're on time. It's very important. Remember when all y'all were like, don't let Angie in here? And I'm like, no, we have to. We can't just, like, block her. So, you know, they all wanted me to block you, and I stood up for you, and I had your back on this one, but it's probably going to be the last time, final time. Joshua, what is my favorite commercial of all time? I probably have one. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. Probably something when I was a kid. Roddy, yeah, we got Sonic. We got Sonic in California. There's one. I don't have one near me. It's a little ways, but there's several in the city here. I know we have. I thought we had at least 2 or 3. I haven't been to Sonic since my dad was still alive when he visited here. Last time he was here, the final time he was here before he died, he liked Sonic, and I went and got us like some hot dogs. I think I went there twice. We didn't like eat in the car. Like I went and picked it up and brought it to him. He loved it. He just loved Sonic. I was happy to feed my dad Sonic. Victor Colon, yes, I am 2 episodes deep in the Vince doc, and I'm going to finish up the last 4 episodes with Elizabeth tonight after Grand Slam, and then we have a review scheduled, Victor, on Friday, a big one, live review Friday before SmackDown. The link is up on the channel right now, so please check it out.
We are live and in the midst of an FTW Championship match at Dynamite. Grand Slam Roderick Strong has been in the driver's seat of this match, but the cold-hearted, handsome devil, the champion, is mounting a comeback. He's trying to get that done to get his momentum going. Big one of these clotheslines here. Gotta keep on rolling, stay on a guy like Roderick. Gucci Mane right there, that's what that is. Roderick Strong, it's not often you see him get tossed around like that. Hook showing that extensive judo back. And now body shots here. Body shots and the headbutt. There's a lot of offense put on Hook. Earlier during the break,
Oh, shit, damn. Damn, Angie. See, okay, that's why we'll give you a pass. You've had a bad day at work, and now you got bad storms. You're going to get sucked up by a tornado. You ain't got no electricity, no satellite power. You can't see anything except us. Okay, we forgive you for being late now. But I'm glad you're here. What we're watching right now is Roderick Strong challenging Hook for the FTW title. Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness opened the show in an okay match. It was just okay. Danielson beat him. Christian came out, tried to cash in the contract. Kip Sabian stole the pen away. He chased Kip Sabian away, ran into Claudio and Pac. Feels like that's Moxley's crew protecting Danielson as champion. And I think Moxley's definitely going to beat Darby tonight because it feels like that's the direction creatively they're going. Because if it turns out to be Darby, and Darby just wins and beats Moxley and goes on to face Danielson, then what's the point of even doing that match since Darby had the title shot anyway? Ooh, so the title or the match tonight kind of gives away the outcome in a lot of ways. Ooh, nice by Roddy there. Jesus. Good running knee strike followed by whatever that was. I do like both these guys. I like Hook. I like Roddy. You got to bring your lunch. It's an all-day job. I'd rather get takeout. I don't want to bring my own lunch. Fucking PB&J. Fuck that. I want to go to some Chinese food.
which would be disastrous for the FTW champion. It's all legal. FTW rules. Hook's trying to elbow out of this thing. Back elbows of Roderick.
Nice, nice. Oh, ow. Jesus. God. Rough landing on those chairs. Yeah, Shane very well could help Moxley win. I would love to see it, man. I'm proud to be the only person in the entire IWC. Ooh. Oh, man, he got dropped right ribs first on the top of that chair. Yeah, it's just me on the hill all by myself. I'm just standing here like looking around. You know that John Travolta meme from Pulp Fiction? Anybody else want to see Shane in AEW? No? Just me? Okay. I can live with being different. You're talking to a guy that doesn't like pizza over here, so I'm very used to being unlike the rest. That's it. Red Rum locked in. You ain't getting out of this, son. Tap out. Hook retains the FTW title. The TFT. I'm trying to say FTW as a word. They're fanning Roddy off. Good win, Hookie. Good luck at next year in 11th grade. I'm going to shake his hand here. Can you trust him, Hook? Oh, they're going to attack him. Wow. Okay. I thought they were for sure going to attack him. I'm like, they should attack him, and then Adam Cole should make the save. I like Hook's music, too. It's perfect. Like, so perfect for him. Okay, Shivani is on the floor over here. Is he going to interview Hook? Is Schiavone going to interview Hook? All right, what's next for Hook? Who does he move to next? This would be a good time to retire the FTW title. Just give it right to your dad. He's right there. Put this home, put it up over the mantle.
In 1998, only 3 miles from the stadium at the Elks Lodge.
Oh, yeah. Creation of the belt, right? Yep. Retire it. Retire it right now, please. Otherwise, why do the interview? He's going to do it. Yes, he's going to do it. Yes. Finally, this needs to be done. Retire the title.
On behalf of my family, I'd like to thank each and every wrestler out there who's ever competed for this championship right here. And on top of that, I'd like to thank each and every one of you fans out there supporting this FTW championship.
Good. This needed to happen, man. I've been waiting for this. FTW title's pointless.
So now, in this very moment, the FTW championship is officially retired.
Give it to your father. Go walk over there and give it to your dad. There you go. I pitched this like a month ago. Like this exact thing happening.
We're not expecting more than one moment between father and son.
Yeah, cool. That needed to happen. That needed to happen. Taz getting choked up. That makes me happy for Taz, you know? Like, it's not kayfabe. That's your real son, you know? So, it's your real, actual son. He is the product of my semen. Remember when Vince said that? All right, it is the tag title match up next.
Menu with the delicious return of pumpkin pie and French silk pie, plus other great fall flavors. Oh, this
Got a couple super chats. I'll answer those in 1 second.
No, like the greatest of all treats kind of no. Hurry in and try all 7 delicious flavors on the new Fall Blizzard menu. Get it in the DQ app. Happy tastes good.
Whoa, the Capital One Bank guy. That's me. Could we get a selfie? Of course.
All right, where's my supers at? There we go. Mike Witt. Thanks, dude. I'm thinking Mox Darby main events tonight. Well, yeah, definitely. And since it's a big episode, we see another ex-WWE wrestler helping Mox. Maybe Lashley, possibly. Lashley would be good. Imagine him being added to that crew. But then again, you know, Mox feels like the leader. Is Lashley going to be second in command of Mox? I don't know. I like the Shane idea more because of some of the hints being dropped by Mox. You know, you don't know what's going on here. You don't know what's really happening. This is not your company anymore. I wish I could tell you what's really happening. You know, that type of thing. But I'm hoping something happens in the main event other than Moxley just beating Darby and winning the title shot. Having some sort of a reveal would be kind of good. Something they might need right now. They need to generate some buzz. AEW, last week's Dynamite, I didn't like what I was hearing about it, so I didn't watch it. You know? So this week, let's hope that maybe they pull something out to get people talking. Zane G, let's not forget apple pie. Okay, I won't. I won't, man.
McCaffrey under pressure. Getting it same day, that's clutch. In store, online, our Lowe's team has you covered. How many people do you invite? It's full.
God, you guys freak me out. I see this RIP FTR. I'm like, what are you talking about? I think you mean FTW.
When roaches show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Good morning. We just changed our Southwest flight to stay an extra day. Didn't have to change too.
Beautiful. Our kids won't miss us. They're in Mima.
Change your flight without a fee. That's a big flex.
Vayamos explorando en el Accord de Honda, la marca de mejor valor de 2024 de kvp.com. Su silueta sofisticada fue diseñada para llamar la atención con cada vuelta. Y los 204 caballos de fuerza totales del sistema en el modelo híbrido realmente te moverán. Así se ve la emoción en un Honda.
That could be you. You could be me. Just 1 hour. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Yeah, I don't know about Hook's new deal. There was a time recently when we heard that Hook might be thinking about exploring free agency when his contract is up, but we also don't fully know. All right, it's going to be Osprey and Fletcher are not going to win this. So I'm curious, because Don Callis apparently cashed in a favor to get Osprey to be here, and they still haven't fully separated Osprey from Callis and company, so maybe this is where they can finally do it. But these guys look good together. Actually, wait a minute. I take that back. Because I was one of the people saying that I think that when Will Ospreay faces Ricochet for the first time, Ricochet should win and beat him for that title. And I think that match is happening next week. So Ospreay ain't dropping 2 weeks in a row. Or is it the week after? What is the match with Ricochet? I think it's next week, right? On the 5th anniversary? Which would be like October 2nd, I believe, right? So that means Ospreay either wins here or he wins next week.
Championship tonight and then defending his international championship 1 week from tonight at Dynamite 5-year anniversary, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Here they come. I mean, I'd like to see Ospreay and Fletcher score the win here.
Danielson and Taz, I'm going to tell you who this match gets underway at
I mean, I feel like Will Osprey and Kyle might have a chance here. I also feel like the Bucks holding the titles for even longer than this is definitely something they might be doing to build up them losing to maybe the Golden Lovers. This would be a good place for the Golden Lovers to return. Maybe we don't get a finish here. Maybe it's some BS and Okada runs in and shit, and then maybe Kenny and Ibushi show up to make the save. Maybe something like that. Oh yeah, Matthew has something going on in his hair. Not sure what that is. Oh yeah, October 8th, it'll be AEW and NXT reuniting the wars. Jeez. So October 8th, is it? So is Dynamite going to be on a Tuesday or is NXT going to be on a Wednesday?
Some serious athleticism. What about the strategy piece? We've been talking strategy all week, Taz. You know how that can go. Yeah, that's true. No, I'll give you that. You're right. It's a tag right there by Fletcher. Double hip toss by Osprey and Fletcher. Two good friends on the cusp of becoming AEW World Tag Team Champions. Osprey on the cusp of becoming a double champion here. Wait a minute, what the hell? Actually, two best friends. What's going on, man? Osprey, moonsault press. Young Bucks, they were stuck. Absolutely phenomenal. Fletcher and Osprey. Fear the death. Look out. Anything can happen here. Up to the top.
Oh, wow. And we're going to go commercial or pitcher? Yeah, pitcher. Good. Pitcher and pitcher. Oh, that's right. We got playoffs starting. The Padres clinched a berth, and the Tigers have a chance. Rematch of the 1984 World Series. I wouldn't know who to root for. I legitimately won't. Or wouldn't. If it's Tigers versus Padres, I'm going to be very, very torn. I'm like, well, it's my two home teams, so what do I do? I'm going to say Dynamite is going to move to Tuesday. They're going to get trounced. Dynamite's going to get their asses kicked by NXT on a Tuesday, I think. Yeah, and they're going to pile it on NXT too. That's why Randy Orton's over there that night. I'm curious, Dynamite, like that's the thing, like if Dynamite just really, really went hard on the promotion, you know, and said, hey, we're going to be on Tuesday. Just remind us every 10 seconds. Remind us the way WWE reminded us how much the WWE Network cost when it first came out. Don't forget, Tuesday, October 8th, Tuesday, October 8th, Tuesday, October 8th. Put it all over the screen and just hammer it into our heads. Like, inject it into our veins as much as possible. Book big matches. Make us want to watch it. Make us want to tune in. And give it a shot. See if you can beat NXT. See if you can go into their night and beat them. But I don't feel like AEW is going to do that. I think they're going to get their asses kicked.
I expect a restaurant of this caliber to have at least 13 bottles of hot sauce, which I am free to use as much of as I want. Hot sauce.
I think I'm going to go, I'm going to do an early prediction on October 8th. I'm going to forget what I even said, so this is pointless. Maybe one of y'all will remember. I'm going to go 600,000 NXT and 500,000 AEW. Yeah, I'm going to stick with those numbers. For a grand total of 1.1 million people watching wrestling. Split almost evenly, but with NXT picking up an extra 100K.
Depend. The only thing stronger than us is you.
Hey man,
I don't know what NXT numbers have been doing lately. I feel like they're in the 700, 800-ish thousands, right? So you'd think they might drop a little with another wrestling show on the same night. But then again, AEW isn't going to have their normal audience either that they would on a Wednesday because it's a different night. So I think they'll do a lot less. NXT will do a little less, which will translate into an NXT victory. That's my guess.
Get excited. PetSmart's lowering prices on over 1,000 items like toys, treats, and food. And treats awards.
Oh, are Tigers playing now? Are they winning?
Savings on every purchase. PetSmart, anything for pets.
AEW Dynamite live on TBS with Grand Slam Matthew and Nicholas Jackson hoping to defend their
I mean, I am kind of rooting for Osprey and Fletcher just for fun.
Osprey and Fletcher. Nice. Trying to fight his way out of enemy territory. Fletcher looking the best he's ever looked. I can tell you that right now. Fletcher so big, so strong, so tall, uses his leverage against the Jacksons. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, they've faced Will Osprey more than a dozen times in various combinations of trios, tag team matches. This is the first time we're ever facing this configuration of Fletcher and Osprey alone. And Osprey connects with that kick. And that's the twister across the lever. What a phenomenal wrestler Will Osprey is. Osprey, be thinking hidden blade. That's what allowed
Osprey and those hidden blades are just something ridiculous.
When you're in there with Nick Jackson, Taz, it can literally hit you from any angle. Yeah, he's unpredictable in his offense. What a straight kick.
3 minutes ago, MVP tweets out, "It's going down." What does that mean?
Good job, the referee right there. He was in perfect position for that cover. But excellent kick out by Osprey.
Well, the comeback here by the Bucks after that offense by Osprey.
Great crowd right here in New York City, Queens. Right near City Field, right near City Field, Shivano.
Yeah, I knew you said that.
We saw this last week.
Some of the media members have got some really shitty seats for Dynamite tonight, but it looks like there's a lot of better seats that are open. I mean, they're kind of like behind the tarp. Well, whatever.
He's singled out. It's a 2-on-1 situation. And the champions keeping Will Osprey isolated. They better hurry up, the Bucks, while Fletcher's out of this thing.
Yeah, we truly have been at a disadvantage when we've allowed the Bucks to
It could mean Darby is screwed. Could mean that.
as individuals with
Yeah, Rick Knox did. Was that what he was doing? He hesitated there, and I guess he was making sure he had the right legal guys in the ring, but that cost the fucking 3 count right there. Oh, jeez. Poison Rana. Oh, yeah, if the Motor Cities would have turned up here, that would be awesome too, but I think they're heading to WWE. Oh, wow. Now they're going. Oh, we're getting everything. Now watch all the angry, unloved podcasters yelling that nobody sold that or anything. I'm like, just watch the fucking match. You're not at ringside. You're not a trainer. You're not a wrestler. You're smelly and loud. Oh. Got a hidden play. He hits that so good.
Nicholas Jackson and Kyle Fletcher, the 2 younger members of their teams.
Thanks for the 5 there, Mike, Motor City Machine Guns, and Bucks. I don't think we're ever going to get that. Feels unlikely. Oh. Fucking Fletcher. I remember I had a friend, his last name was Fletcher, and he was really trying to get the nickname Fletch over. He wanted everybody to call him Fletch, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. Just nobody would do it. He was so mad. It's like George trying to get T-Bone over. Oh, here we go. Meltzer driver on the apron. Well, we didn't get the angle. We didn't see his head, so it looked like it was probably pretty protected. Oh, okay, so when they were the Generation, they wrestled Motor City Machine Guns and that TNA? Okay. So I guess a match does exist. So they can, if they want to do it again, they'll have to do it when they're really young, when they're really old.
He's a target right now, Fletcher. He's not able to defend himself. You can see it. He's defenseless. He really is. This is Fletcher down. Matthew and Nicholas.
They really should, unless they have already done it. They need to just change their name to the Bucks. Just take off Young. They're just Bucks. That would actually be pretty funny. Like if they rebranded the whole team and just dropped one word. We're now the Bucks because they ain't young. Can't have a hairline like that on Nick and be young.
You just have to learn to let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. I did let go. Did you let go?
We talk on the phone hands-free. Go hands-free to turn on our lights. We even drive hands-free. And now there's hands-free footwear. Revolutionary Skechers slip-ins. You just slip
Brooke Burke, I forgot about you.
Try Skechers slip-ins.
Well, they set up for the honest man to succeed. That's what they hire guys like me for.
I know who you are. I know what you are.
With a quiet taste.
What is my Super Bowl predictions? Lions, Chiefs. Lions win. That'll be a family feud in my house. My sister and her husband are Kansas City people. And of course, I was born in Detroit, so I'm loyal to them. And they came close to facing each other last year, so.
Jamie, my apartment was robbed last night. If only Progressive had renter's insurance, like their home insurance.
That way we could bundle our cars and get the same 24/7 protection.
Totally.
I don't think the Milwaukee Bucks could sue for that. The Milwaukee Bucks and the Bucks are different things.
Yeah, and the cashback's wild.
The Bucks. Maybe they could sue. I don't know. All right, Will Ferrell and Fleetwood Mac, I have to turn you down just so I don't get any music. Have you seen that movie? I guess it's kind of like a movie where him and his like best friend, who I believe is transgender, like drive cross country together. It was right around SNL. I kind of saw like a trailer for it when we were searching movies. It looked kind of mildly interesting. I might watch it. It's got good ratings and good reviews and stuff. No way, Chiefs all the way, maybe. I am a Swiftie. I will say that. But I feel like their time, nobody has ever in the history of the NFL three-peated, right? So this might be one of the best chances the league has of this ever getting done. But We'll see. The game is it's very fragile. You know, the Chiefs, you know, if you're a Chiefs fan and you're watching, I'm like, oh my God, we could three-peat. One Mahomes rolled ankle could just end it all. You know, it's like, God, just one fucking MCL tear or just anything that just puts you out for the rest of the year. Done. Season's done. Oh. Wow, double styles clash coming up. Wow, they hit those perfectly in sync. Even the setup for them was like synchronized. Hidden blade on the way. Almost knocked whatever that shit is in Matt's hair out. Stormbreaker. Wow, he hit that perfectly. Now here comes Nick. Breaking up the Stormbreaker.
And what footwork there by Nicholas, turning the tide on Kyle Fletcher, sending him out of the ring. Used his momentum to get rid of the larger man, Excalibur. Tell you what. Exactly. Do it! Do it! You think that Tiger Driver 91? Yeah, you're right. He's
Oh.
Super kick. Shot in half. Took a moment to contemplate, but may have cost him.
Wow. It's a second. Danielson threw one of those double underhook snap suplexes too.
Fletcher showing off his speed, his explosivity, but doing likewise. What intestinal fortitude by Kyle Fletcher in this match so far. Well, there's a bulldog to the face. He's definitely getting tested by the Bucks. Now, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, they were looking for that TK driver at various moments, but now it'd be more bang for your buck.
I was like, I don't know what they're. Oh yeah, I know what they're going for, but it's going to be broken up by Will.
Smart by Osprey. Fletcher. Fletcher. Perfectly placed. A great extension in the legs there by Nick. Was wide open too.
Oh wow, that was good. Bucks went for a Meltzer driver, but Osprey came off with a cutter, and now they're going to hit them with a Meltzer driver. Are they going to win with their own move? They might. No. Oh, Matt kicked out of it. I can't believe. Oh, let's just do it. Oh, they're going to BTE trigger him. No, they're not. Now do it. I feel like Matt's going to kick out again. Yep. I mean, I'm not expecting the Bucks title run to end soon, but maybe shit. I'd love it if it did. Come on, you're on the precipice of tag team glory. What the fuck is this? Oh my God. Jesus. He's going to kick out of that too. No, broke up. That was like a brain buster on the top turnbuckle. Kind of like what Sammy did to Gunther at WrestleMania. But looked way worse. Oh, Tope Suicida. Callus, your shoes. I want to. Oh my God, look at his. He looks like a. What are you wearing? What's he got? A screwdriver. Oh, the good old screwdriver. Yeah, this is a. I mentioned the Golden Lovers earlier. The screwdriver's back. Maybe Kenny Omega will be back. Oh, Will stops him. See, I knew this wasn't going to be perfect. Oh, and then they got blasted with the belt. Oh, he's going to get blasted right here. He's going to push off and get nailed. Bam. Oh, that was a lame-ass hit. Roll up. Oh, Kyle kicks out after the belt shot. Oh, double super kick. They're going to BT him. This should be the finish. That's definitely it. All right. So Osprey did not want to use the screwdriver. I mean, this Osprey and Callis family stuff has lasted longer than I thought. I thought, you know, they would want Osprey just on his own, as, you know, pushing him as a single star. But they're kind of taking a long time to wrap up business here. Yeah, the way, I mean, throughout the match, it felt like, well, shit, maybe Osprey and Kyle will have a chance. It might be fun to see them win the titles, but I never really expected them, the Bucks, to drop them here. But they had me hoping there for a little while. Now, how is Osprey going to turn right around? Like, granted, he didn't take the pin here, but is he really going to turn around and just lose to Ricochet next week? Callis costing Osprey next week against Ricochet. That could happen.
Guys, I'm here with the conglomeration and Rocky Romero.
Renee, there is no more and. We'd like to officially invite Rocky Romero to conglomerate with the conglomeration.
He got invited to conglomerate.
It's a blessing to be conglomerating.
He's conglomerated. He's full-blown conglomerated now in the conglomeration.
Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly. You guys are taking on Chris Jericho in the Learning Tree in a tornado tag match on Collision.
Oh, thank God. I'm like, that tornado tag is on Collision, not tonight, right?
Brand new shop AEW.com. But let me explain to you why I chose to wear a classic Dem Boy.
Yeah, so you're not even wearing a conglomeration.
The energy the great hit and Arthur has. We are less than 5 miles away, where the Briscoe brothers had their last tag team match ever. The baddest tag team of all time, Dem Boys. And coming up on Collision, Grand Slam Collision, the conglomeration is going to give the Learning Tree a Dem Boy style ass whooping.
I think this January will be 2 years since Jay Briscoe. Has it been that long already?
Oh, shoot. Thank you, Kyle. The word of the day is vociferous.
Vociferous.
Noisy.
That's right, noisy, like this crowd here in Queens, New York, baby. Like the Grand Slam crowd here at Dynamite, and like the Grand Slam crowd gonna be on Collision when we whoop the Learning Tree up one side of the tree,
Why?
down the other side of the tree. Let's go, baby.
I think Mark Briscoe needs to be on commentary permanently by himself. One-man commentary booth on Collision and Dynamite. Fire everybody else and have it just be Mark Briscoe. What do you need Shivani and Excalibur for? Briscoe's all you need. He'll break it all down for you. Probably offer you some chicken. What else do you want? All right, here's Nana giving us a Swerve update here, probably.
Nana's got some of the Java. Plays with Jones, but he's got a good job. This has been a trophy. An eagerly anticipated update on the position of Swerve Strickland after that brutal steel cage match with Hangman and Adam Page 2.5 weeks ago at All Out. Oh man, brutal. You're not kidding, dude. Physicality for sure. Heavy. Okay, Prince.
It's been a few weeks since we have seen Swerve Strickland, and what a few weeks it's been for Swerve. First at All In, of course, he lost the AEW World Title to Bryan Danielson. Then a week later, he had to witness while Hangman Adam Page burned down his childhood home. And then we saw him the lights out steel cage match at All Out, him lose by referee stoppage. Like,
First off, Prince Nana has to say, it's good to be in New York. In whose house?
the question is, how is Swerve doing?
Listen, Tony, I've known you for a very long time, right? And Swerve, he means a lot to me. Mentally, there is nothing that can stop the most dangerous man in AEW.
All right, so Nana's talking Swerve up, but no info yet.
He's not clear to come back.
Not cleared. That's what
He's fighting hard every
landing on a brick will do to you.
for each and every one of you. Whose house? Whose house?
That's what I say. Somebody's going to interrupt Nana. Faux show. I'd love if Swerve surprised us and just showed back up. There he is. There he is. Oh, Lord. He just tweeted.
Please pardon the intrusion.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is M to the VP. But you already know that, Nana.
I love that he can be MVP here.
I have to agree with something you said. Swerve Strickland is the most dangerous man in AEW. No question about it. As a matter of fact, I'll do you one better. It's my opinion that Swerve is the most phenomenal talent to ever set foot in an
I
AEW.
wonder if Lashley's coming in to really help put Swerve over, too.
His 2024 championship run will be studied by future generations.
I mean, these are going to be two former black world heavyweight champions possibly feuding here if this is what MVP is going to introduce.
Samoa Joe, Roderick Strong, Christian Cage, Will Osprey, Chef's Kiss. I was watching. I saw all of it. But I also saw everything that Tony Schiavone was talking about. I saw Swerve lose the AEW championship in the main event at All In. I saw that. And I also saw Swerve Strickland's childhood home burned to the
Oh, man, so MVP wants to, like,
I saw that.
be the new
I have to ask you,
advocate.
beat Swerve for the title. Why is he walking around talking about it, smiling?
MVP's bringing up good points. I'm not going anywhere, don't worry.
Why is he not? See, I don't see any of that as a failure on Swerve. No, I know how good he is. I see that as a failure on his management.
Yeah, I had a feeling MVP might be actually targeting Swerve.
Management more concerned with
It's like when Jimmy Fallon shows up as the new manager in Almost Famous.
driving dancing for these people.
Respectfully, your manager needs a manager.
It's not that kind of party. What I want you to do is let Swerve know when he's ready to be taken seriously again, when he's ready to ascend to the mountaintop where he belongs. Please give him my business card
Uh-huh.
and let him
Damn, I was really hoping we get more than MVP.
to talk business. Wow, Taz, MVP.
Well, that's just the beginning. I mean, MVP, I can't imagine him just coming in on his own, right?
I mean, that's a pretty compelling offer. That man has an incredible resume, not only as a competitor, but in management as well. I know MVP a lot. He has no idea he was going to pop up here on Dynamite.
I mean, I would hope this is the beginning, you know?
I'll tell you that right now. Well, still plenty to come tonight. What a night it's already been, but it only gets bigger from here at Dynamite Grand Slam. But fans, DraftKings Sportsbook is official partner of AEW. New customers bet $5.
Very cool to see MVP, though. That's cool. I had a feeling he was coming in because they've been on our radar. So what I think might happen is Nana is going to, like, decline MVP's offer, you know, and then MVP's going to get pissed and say, well, I got my own guys, you know, and bring in Lashley and maybe even Shelton. That would be great. That would be so great.
They're great fall flavors. Oh, this lineup may just be the GOAT. No, like the greatest of all treats kind of GOAT. Hurry in and try all 7 delicious flavors on the new Fall Blizzard menu.
And I can definitely see Lashley like wanting to contribute to making Swerve. You know, I mean, granted, Swerve's already been, you know, world champion. He's already kind of made, but I mean, in terms of making him superstar, you know, Lashley, you know, who's 50 years old now, he's had a few runs with the world title. You know, he could come in and be like, I'd love to fucking help, you know. Let us have, you know, this crazy great feud and, you know, I'll put him over. But I also don't think Swerve's done with Hangman either.
Tight, don't let the overdraft bite. What's in your one?
Mcginness was filming on a live studio pizza.
Cedric, I think, is still in WWE. Shelton is, though. Shelton could turn up anytime. But I feel like MVP, Shelton, and Lashley are probably pretty likely now that we've seen MVP.
Pepperoni, Italian sausage, the Sun Pop Kilo slice. I'm a dog.
The kiddos love their 3-meat treat. Order your 3-meat treat for $8.99 and get your game day delivered with Little Caesars. Pizza, pizza.
This ship is heaven. Doc, it's your job to keep everybody alive.
Come on.
Isn't that like a Puffy song? Or P. Diddy? I never really listened to P. Diddy's music, so I'm fine. But I did watch The Cosby Show, and then I found out that, oh, you're not allowed to watch The Cosby Show anymore. I'm like, oh, shit. So I don't know if people don't want to be playing that music anymore. Oh, what if it's Omos with MVP? No, Omos, I think, is still in WWE, and Cedric is too. But the OG Hurt Business can definitely turn up. I think they're gonna. I think that's great. Welcome to AEW, Bobby Lashley. To show your excitement for MVP's debut in AEW and the expected debut at some point of Bobby Lashley, smash that thumbs up button just to show me how much you care. I think the craziest clip I saw today of the Vince McMahon doc was Stone Cold Steve Austin saying that he doesn't believe in CTE. As if CTE is something to be chosen to be believed or not. It ain't Santa. It's a medical fact. It's a proven condition. It exists 1 trillion %. It's not a hoax. It's just like, what the fuck? You don't believe in it? What the fuck? This is why cults like MAGA are so strong. Because stupid people do stupid stuff and believe stupid shit. You don't believe in CTE. As a scapegoat rolls in, here he comes. Jesus, man. Stone Cold, what the F, dude? Like, that's the most ignorant thing I think I've ever heard him say ever. I don't believe in CTE. It's not meant to be believed or not believed, you know? Facts don't matter if they're believed or not. They're facts. But just to blow it off like that, all the football players, you know, killing themselves and these melted applesauce brains that have been analyzed and shown to have all these problems due to repeated trauma. And just to blow it off that you don't believe in it, so therefore it must not exist. God damn. Not making the case very strong to the rest of the world that Americans aren't stupid. Jesus Christ, Austin. But as dumb as it was kind of hilarious just because of the level of insanity. I'm like, Austin, it's a good thing I love you because, my God, I think maybe saying something as crazy as I don't believe in CTE is proof that you might have CTE. And wouldn't that be ironic? And here comes Yuka. She's the best. She ain't gonna win. And Mariah May, to her credit, man, she's had, since she's won the title, this feels like it's got to be like her third title defense or something. Like she's had a few. The glamour is a weird, like the glamour. It feels like there needs to be something like the glamour, the glamorous, or the glamorous one, or the glamoury one. The glamour girl. The glamour girl. There you go. Glamour girls and the jumping bombs were awesome. There we go. There's the bell. Well, we got an early jump on this match here. Not feeling like we're going to see a new champion crowned here, but we haven't seen, I don't think, Toni Storm since All In, so maybe she's due to kind of hit the ring here after this match is over. I feel like Mariah May could just straight up win. Maybe Mina Shirakawa comes out.
She's tough. Yuka, I mean, she's a fun-loving, exuberant young athlete. She's infectious, her happiness and her joy. But between the ropes,
Mike, appreciate the 5. Man, I don't know. So many wrestlers like Taker, Mark Henry, Cena defend Vince when they're interviewed. Well, one thing about, I'm not going to care too much about the documentary because all of those interviews were done prior to, the bombshell. Although I'm sure those guys were still kind of aware that Vince was gross. None of the shit had hit the fan yet. So I'm not going to hold any of them accountable for, what they said, because Brett in the documentary said that he loves Vince McMahon. But then when the scandal hit, he recently said he hopes Vince burns in hell. So he's changed his tune. So there's been some alarming comments, like even McFoley said some kind of weird shit the other day and whatnot. But I'm more mad at Vince. I'm not going to get too uppity unless somebody's really horrible about what somebody else thinks about it, because I don't give a shit about them. I care more about Vince being held accountable, not going around policing everybody else how they react to it. I really don't care, to be honest. But if they're going to be interviewed and they're going to publicly say something, then they're going to be held to that criticism. But they've all had relationships with Vince, and Vince made them a lot of money, and we're not in the same position as them. And there's probably some of it's kind of hard for them too, especially if they considered him a friend or a father figure or whatever. And then to hear that about him, maybe it's hard for them to condone it. I don't know, and I don't care. I feel like the one who needs to be held accountable is Vince. And even though I'm not going to agree when people like Cena or says he has a tough hill to climb or says something dumb about it, you kind of have to understand why they're doing it. And at the end of the day, they're not the ones that was shitting in the girl's hair. It was Vince. So Vince is who I'm concerned with. Vince is the one I want held accountable. I'm not looking to punish everybody who doesn't respond to it the way I want them to respond to it. It's weird, and I don't understand why not everybody's just condoning his ass, but I'm not them, so.
Mariah May is one of the hardest hitting females we've seen in a long, long time. Everything she does with power. Well, she's got good explosion. She's got obviously a very bad temperament. And she's a mean person.
She's a mean person.
So that's how she's bringing her offense out. That's how she always does. Hence why she's the champion.
Yeah, poor little Yuka Sakazaki. She looks like the girl who would have been bullied by Mariah May in school. It's so unfair. Come on, Yuka. I think I like the funniest one of all these Joshis. I like Maki Ito. She was a trip.
Using her reach advantage to intercept, to counter, and now Mariah bringing Yuka out to center. Could be looking for Mayday here. This could be. Maybe. No. Yuka rolls through. Any predicament. Mariah breaks free. Yuka ducks underneath the rope again. Mariah gets caught once again. Yuka. Backslide.
Careful. God, that was yikes, yikes, yikes. I was worried on that backslide. I'm like, don't accidentally pin her, and they almost did. Mariah May almost got accidentally pinned there. I think Aubrey kind of hesitated there. Jeez. Heyman tells a wild Vince Shane story, so be prepared for that. That's got to be the one with the knife. Like, stab me and kill me or whatever. Yeah. Oh. All right, that was better. That was way... Oh, my God. Very high angle on that German. I thought she was going to try to bridge. Remember that last watch-along we did? We watched Ricky Steamboat versus William Regal, or Steven Regal, as like Fall Brawl a couple weeks ago. And the finish of that was a German, but Regal broke his neck on that move. I never knew that. A couple days later, I saw, like, here's the match where Regal broke his neck, and I'm like, holy shit, we just watched that. And I commented on how wonky the German looked. And that was because Regal broke his neck. Never even knew that before. Fall Brawl 94. We just watched that a couple weeks ago. Oh. The magical girl splash. I love it. Oh. Magical girl splash. Oh. That's it. I mean, I really do like the Japanese and the Joshi women's wrestlers that break out and they come and they make it to unite U.S. promotion. I've loved them all, but I'm not really into that wrestling or even the culture, to be honest. It's a little bit kind of over my head. So when you get an Asuka or an Io or a Kairi or a whoever coming from Stardom or wherever, I kind of like enjoying them once they get here instead of trying to find the next star, you know? Because I don't even watch NXT for the same reason, you know? I'm like, when somebody gets over on NXT, I'm like, cool, I'll see you on the main roster. And then if I get more curious of you, then I'll go back and watch your old shit. It's kind of how I do it now. And here comes Willow. Saving Yuka. I was really hoping it'd be Toni Storm. It still might. Who's this? I don't even know who this is with the hearts. Oh, it's Mina. There we go. Yay! Mina didn't want this. Oh, Lord. That was funny. So Mina's, I guess, music hit. That was enough to distract Willow, and then Mariah took advantage. And Mina was like, shit, that's not what I wanted. All right, well, they better go. There's only 24 minutes left in this match. We're going to have a commercial break and entrances, so for Moxley and Darby.
My name's Morgan, single mother of 3 with an IQ of 160.
This Caitlin Olsen, like, detective show. I don't know how good it looks to me. Looks kind of dumb, even though I really like her.
No DQ fall blizzard menu. Returning pumpkin pie and French silk pie. This lineup is the go.
Uncle Donk, any updates on Statlander? I don't know. I could text her if you want. We can ask her. All right. Let me see stat. There we go. Yo, Alien. When you back, girl? Send. All right, we'll see what she says.
What do you do outside the devil?
What do you mean?
Helping you at the home with
Oh, she got back to me already. Let's see. Mind your own business, asshole. Okay, I don't know. I got no answers for you.
You were diagnosed with thyroid eye disease a long time ago. And year after year, you weathered the storm and just lived with the damage.
Yeah, we might. I really hope we would get an overrun on a Grand Slam, at least.
Your thyroid eye disease could still change. Restoration is still possible.
Yeah, Gilbert, I'm glad they had Nowinski on the doc. I cannot believe they have Chris Nowinski on the same documentary where Austin goes, man, I don't really believe in CTE, or I don't believe in CTE. It's not a thing, because I don't believe it. Therefore, it doesn't exist. Jesus Christ. I don't even know if there's a word to describe that level of like self-centeredness, you know, to believe that it doesn't exist, because I just don't think it does. Like, Austin, did it ever occur to you there might be people in the world smarter than you? Might be one or two. You ever talk to one of them doctors that do them surgeries on you? Don't they sound smart as hell?
I checked 2 bags on Southwest for free. You can pack so much shampoo in a check bag. He gets it.
Mike, where was I when I found out about the Benoit murders? I've talked about that in podcasts before. I was moving into a new apartment. I was unpacking. And at the time, I wasn't really watching too much of Raw. Like, not religiously, but I saw the limo explosion, and so I wanted to see what happened. So I purposely got my TV, like, hooked up first, just so I could have Raw on in the background while I was, like, unpacking my kitchen and unpacking my bedroom. And I was in the bedroom when Raw is starting, and I'm unpacking something, and I hear Vince's voice. But I'm like, Vince died. And I run into the living room, and he's standing there in an empty arena, and I just sat down on the couch and listened to him announce that. Put a damper on my evening. And then they ran that fucking 3-hour Benoit tribute. It was crazy. I recorded it. I taped the whole thing. So crazy. And at the time, I was thinking that something bad happened to Chris. All right, here we go. Main event time. Let's see if we're going to get some big angle drop. MVP might be the only thing we're going to get. But I love that Moxley's got Marina Shafir with him. I almost called her Mina Shafirakawa. Marina Shafir, not Marina Shirakawa. Sharifakawa. Cincinnati. Who in the chat's from Cincinnati? What is that? Wow, that's like a cool looking ledge there. I mean, it's funny how, like, this is coinciding with the, you know, a report that we had heard a couple weeks ago about AEW really, you know, thinking about putting the world title on Darby Allin, which isn't that surprising. I feel like Darby Allin is their Jeff Hardy. And if Jeff Hardy and Mysterio and guys like that won the world title, no reason why Darby can't either. But he was sitting on a title shot, and now it feels like they're pivoting off of that. And the only reason I can think of that they would undo creative plans that they already made is if they've got a big angle about to drop, like a Shane McMahon coming in. Otherwise, how would you justify taking the title off of Darby? Or taking the title shot away from Darby? It feels like the whole end game here is for Moxley to beat Danielson at WrestleDream. And this is step one. So if Shane McMahon is going to be a part of that, he either helps here or he helps at WrestleDream. And I'm not sure if Shane McMahon would debut tonight on the very same day that that doc dropped. And we're all talking about his perverted ass old man. But then again, showing up on Dynamite tonight might kill some of that buzz. Shane might do his dad a solid here. I'm going to turn up on Dynamite on the same day the documentary drops. And maybe change the chatter a little bit, just to kind of ease the blow a bit. As Vince, you know, we'll talk about that on Friday in the review, but Vince made a last-ditch effort to buy back the project from Netflix so he could kill it and just bury it. And they said, fuck off, old man. We're running it.
He's the guy taking the punishment, dishing it out. And being able to work with Sting and being under Sting's guidance was not lost on Darby Allin. He realized how special of a moment in his career that was.
All right, here we go. We're going to get a good, close to 20-minute match here. Unless this is like a Moxley and Punk squash from a couple of years ago.
One-dimensional when it came to what he wanted to do. There was an obvious answer, but he wouldn't let it go.
Now Moxley wants to become the first ever four-time AEW World
That'd be crazy if Moxley's going to win the title. He'll be a 4-time AEW champion. That is crazy. That is crazy. Darby's already busted open, too. My God, so he came in hot there. Moxley took him right out. You know, they could do a repeat here of what they did with CM Punk. Darby could Mox could absolutely annihilate Darby here, beat him. Then he goes on to beat Danielson for the championship, and then Darby is the person that takes the title off of Mox. Oh God, the teeth thing, just I can't watch that. Ugh. If any of y'all ever wrestle me, don't make me bite down on the rope and stomp my head. I don't want you to do that. You can Spanish fly me or anything like that, that's fine. Just don't do that. Mike Wheeler isn't going to be with them because Wheeler got booted out. Remember, he was being held back. They turned on him too. He's still carrying the trios title. He's kind of distracted. He's kind of a mess. He's like leaving his title laying around and shit. He doesn't know what's going on. I actually kind of like that. That he's just a little bit out of sorts after that happened. I feel like Darby, the blood on his mouth is definitely hard way. I feel like he came in and got tagged. Might have knocked a tooth out. Damn. Yeah, Darby looks rough, man. I mean, what would be the worst consequences that would happen if they just played Shane's music? Here comes the money, and they just played it. Like in WWE sued him. What would be the penalty? A fine? Oh my God! Oh my God! What a... Unless Shane was sneaky, and before he left WWE, he like secretly purchased the rights to the song or worked something out and got ownership of it without anybody knowing, and he debuts it. That would be good. Look how he... Oh my God! I can't believe he's healed from the glass pane bump at Revolution. I'd still be I'd still be recovering from that. That was in February. Did you guys see Hogan combing his hair with the bandana on in the documentary? That popped me for sure. Damn, Darby, you stay away from that apron, bro. Moxley's in great shape, by the way. Oh, there you go. Oh, he's gonna put it in the... I was like, where is his arm? It is in the ring post. But is he at ringside? He's under the ring. There you go, Marina. Nice and easy. There you go. Jeez. Oh, look out. Coffin drop coming. It's just harder watching Darby because of the sheer lack of fucks that he gives. He's like, I'm just going to throw my body off the top of this thing back first and just hope for the best. Jeez, that torpedo. My God. I just feel like Darby is not going to be a 45-year-old wrestler. I cannot see it. If wrestling doesn't get him, Everest will. Oh, there's Marina Shafir. I'm glad she's getting like a big role here. This is good for her. Jesus. AEW pay-per-view will no longer be on Bleacher Report. Okay. That's fine with me. I use Bleacher Report for every single pay-per-view until they got on YouTube. Then I'm like, well, that's it for me. I'm Bleacher Report. YouTube's all I need. I wish everything could be on YouTube. I wish AEW, WWE, every TV show, movie I watch was just all YouTube. It'd be way easy. As much as I love Moxley, his character, I've always hated the shoulder thing. I was like, stop doing that. Like an idiot. Oh, God, that's gnarly. Look how little his arm looks. Like, Mox is literally pulling on it. You could just pull his shoulder right out. Ugh. Good to see you, Jay Lambo. Crazy Jay, anybody else that's been showing up? Thanks for being here. I'm confident the AEW Max deal is going to happen. It sounds like it will. And that's actually good for them. You know, I've been saying with the media rights deal that I just wanted them to get on the pay-per-views on a streaming service. That's all I cared about. But in a lot of ways, this is better for them because all that money they're getting is just for this, which means the pay-per-view deal is going to complete a completely separate deal. It is also going to be very lucrative. And if they're not a profitable company yet, they might even be already with this new deal. They definitely will be when the pay-per-view deal hits. So that's financially good for them. But as a fan, I really don't care too much about the financials at all. I'm happy for them if they make a profit because that just ensures their longevity. So obviously I root for that. But otherwise, I don't really care. I'm just looking to enjoy wrestling. And if their pay-per-views are available on a streaming service, instead of me slapping out $50 a pop for these that I've been doing for the past 5 years, that's good for me. Because I like myself more than AEW. Good point, Joshua. That 5th anniversary show coming up next week would be a perfect place for some sort of deal like that being announced. That actually works out quite nicely. You know, the fact that the deal is done. That might be the intent all along, is to hold it off until the 5-year anniversary. Perfect setting. Where, if you're going to even announce this on TV, like you could argue that you don't really need to or announce it on TV, but AEW is different. So it would be a cool thing. Like, hey, after 5 years, you're going to see us for another 5 or whatever.
Bro, you reek. You smell like you've been marinated in wet dog. Really? Ugh, time to up your laundry game, son.
We are only 6 months away, maybe even less, until
Don't skip leg day.
Dynamite outlives Nitro. Probably about 6 months. Oh my God, Dean Ambrose. Don't remind me of Dean Ambrose. I hated his theme music too. Yeah, he did have a lot of early comparisons to Brian Pillman because of kind of the loose cannon type of thing, plus the Cincinnati thing. But they were vastly different people. You know, Moxley, I get the impression that he was just a punk kid. You know, kind of like a loser kid, sort of. You know, he didn't want to talk about anything on that Stone Cold podcast. You know, he didn't want to talk about being a kid or his upbringing or anything because you know, he's probably fucking weirdo, you know, where Pillman, you know, played sports and did shit. And, you know, Moxley was figuring himself out. So they're not really alike. Pillman like fucking with people, keeping people on their toes. You know, Moxley's more deliberate, more cutthroat, vicious, goal-driven, you know. Where Pillman as a wrestler was just kind of, especially when he was like heel and stuff, was all over the place.
You got to do some drastic things. Right, to Darby Allin to take him out of the game. Sure you do. We're witnessing some of those things. I think my Moxley's beating the daylights out of this young man here. Yeah, John Moxley, three-time former AEW World Champion, the most prolific.
Oh, nice.
Of all time, 11 cumulative defenses, but right now that is irrelevant as Darby Allin. Great counter by Darby. He's like a cat to the fly.
Oh.
He was seated in that chair trying to catch his breath. That may prove to be Moxley's undoing. But the thing about it, Darby's got to get Moxley in the ring.
I just don't know how Darby, like, look at this. There's a top roper. Looks like a top rope missile dropkick to the floor to Moxley, who's sitting in a chair. And Darby just flat back bumps that. Nope, turnbuckle pad's gone.
Just pull right out of here to my right. Referee sees what he's doing. I think the ref saw him. Pretty sure I should say. Well, that's not illegal to rip the thing off, but if you're going to use it, well, it's part of the ring.
I'm surprised it's not. It should be illegal to rip it off. Taz is like, it's not illegal to rip it off. Why not? I always thought it was. Oh, man. Jeez. That drop kick from Moxley launched Darby. I think John Moxley would beat Dean Ambrose. I mean, I don't think Moxley will ever go back to WWE, but if he did, he would have to be John Moxley. I doubt he would be Dean Ambrose there. It's like, nope, I'm Moxley now. You're going to have to bring me back as that.
Moxley got it up as quickly as he could, but Darby right on top of it. Yeah, that guillotine is tight. Darby's got the perfect body to apply this maneuver. He can give it all the leverage he wants, and that's why Moxley...
Yeah, Darby is like a spider monkey. Oh my God. Who got eliminated from the Royal Rumble that way? Moxley just bitch slapped Darby and he just tumbled over the top. Who am I thinking of that got eliminated that way? Did Taker slap the shit out of some guy? Oh, it'll come to me. All right, we got less than 4 minutes left here. They're ripping up the padding on the floor now and exposing the interlocking floorboards there. Damn, girl. She just threw the whole thing. Yeah, she's exposed all that. Darby is the new Tommy Dreamer. They're not. They don't seem alike to me. I guess he'd be like if Tommy Dreamer had a wrestler child with Jeff Hardy, then maybe. Oh my God, that was so close. Ooh, ow. Moxley into the... Oh, God. Oh, God. Don't cough and drop him on those steps. He's going to cough and drop him on those steps, isn't he? Oh, no. Moxley's off. The way Moxley laid on those stairs, I'm like, don't tell me. Oh! Oh! Darby dove through the ring, landed flat on his back on the exposed wood. Oh no, oh no. He basically, you know, the Randy Orton move that he did to the Bollywood boy? Moxley just did that to Darby on the corner of the steel steps on the outside of the ring. Whew. I don't know how Darby's back can stand up to that. It's funny he's got like a spinal cord tattoo or whatever that thing is, because his spine has got to be jacked.
That's frustration on John Moxley right there. Can't believe it. And you know what? It's coming back. The Darby Allin 5 years ago.
I feel like Darby's going to go to the doctor one day and be like, hey, I shit out half my spinal cord. Is that bad? Is that bad? It's not good. You can't kill him? Is that what they're chanting? You can't kill him? All right, we are top of the hour here. Just about by my watch, and this match is still happening, so we're definitely getting an overrun. At least a minute or two. Oh, bitch slap to the face. Oh. Oh, he's coughing, dropping it. Oh, no, he slipped. Oh, and he caught him. Oh, no. He caught the coffin drop just basically into a choke. They're right in the middle of the ring, too. Oh, yeah, Darby in ECW would be... He'd be pushing the limits. He'd be doing crazy shit, not even getting paid for it. Imagine him and New Jack. Darby's like, oh, you're going to jump off a basketball hoop? Okay. I'll just jump off the roof. Ew. God. Darby's bloody saliva. Darby's fading. Come on, Darbs. Ugh. God, enough with the close-up. Bloody mouth foaming? That's not for me. That's not for me.
Once again, John Moxley exhibiting frustration, Tony. Yeah, Moxley is, but listen, Moxley always has the next move planned. And I think the next move would try to kick the kid's head in because nothing else has worked. I think the next move, Shivani, might be the last move. This match is going to be over because I don't see how much really Darby's defending himself.
Oh, he's go. Well, this can't. You can't do this. You're on the ropes here. You're gonna have a count on this one. Yeah, eye gouge. Come on, Darby. Oh God, what is Darby trying to do to Moxley here? Biting his head. Is he? Kick her right in the face. No, don't do that, Darby. Superplex. God damn. Superplex counter into the Death Rider, I guess. Avalanche Death Rider. That is definitely it. Moxley wins with no help. Whew, that was an ugly finish. Oh. All right, so Moxley beat him pretty much straight up there. A little bit of an extra distraction by Marina Shafir at the end to help him counter that superplex. Puts down Darby. And it doesn't look like tonight will be the night that Shane O'Mac. The money will not be coming tonight. Yeah, I don't feel like they would have made this match if the plan wasn't to put Moxley in the title match. They are obviously, you know... Oh, here comes Danielson. Oh, shit. Oh, there you go. Danielson's got a hold of Moxley with a purple belt or something around the neck. Marina trying to save him. Wow, Moxley trying to choke. Oh, wow, he's wrapping it. Oh, my God. Here comes Claudio. Is Danielson going to get any help here against these guys? Oh, maybe we will get Shane, and then it'll be a swerve. Shane will come out to help Danielson. Nope, no Shane. It's Private Party. The opposite of Shane. Maybe it'll be Bobby Lashley. I don't want this to go off the air just with a brawl with these guys. I hope something happens here. It's Grand Slam. Uh-oh, here we go. Nope. Oh, they pulled him out. All right, nothing too crazy. It's probably going to be how the show ends. Danielson declares war on Moxley.
Here's the thing. You want a shot at my AEW World Championship? You got it. Me and you at Wrestle Dream. And I'm going to kick your...
So he's going to kick his fucking head in, but they censored it. So it's going to be Danielson and Moxley at Wrestle Dream like we thought. I still think it's going to be Shane. I think he's going to come and show up at Wrestle Dream. Moxley and Claudio kind of had a moment there, like they know something we don't type of thing. I like that. All right, it is official. Saturday, October 12th. I will make sure we're here for that. Watch along. Tyler Robinson, not a Private Party fan. Well, they don't dominate too much TV, so I think you'll be all right. So the trios titles are on the line with Yuta. I thought they kicked Yuta out. Maybe he wasn't really kicked out of the group. He was just restrained. Because I guess if he was going to be fully kicked out, they would have beat his ass too. And we got an open challenge from Jack Perry on Saturday, which we will find that out tonight. I'm going to totally read the spoilers. So I'm not going to try to wait. I'll wait and see who his surprise opponent is. It's probably nobody that major. And a lumberjack match. Hangman and Jeff Jarrett. That's going to be fun. And next week, Osprey and Ricochet. 5-year anniversary of Dynamite. Good place to... Oh, Serena Deeb and Dr. Britt Baker as well. They might announce that new media rights deal next week. All right. Pretty good Grand Slam. I had fun watching it. The matches were good. I'd say like the weakest match was the women's match, but Mariah May is pretty over, so it's always a pleasure watching her. Tag match was delightful. Danielson and Nigel, you know, okay. And the main event was super fun. Always crazy stuff from Darby. And we have the main event now, announced officially for the next PPV from the Elite Fellas. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much. Mike Witt, $2. You kind of feel bad for Darby, though? I don't. I just think that this is a temporary pivot. Like, my theory on this is that they gave Darby a title shot, right? He earned the title shot. But then they've got this angle they're going to do with Moxley and his crew. It feels big. You know, it feels like whatever they're doing is big. I know I've been harping on the Shane McMahon thing, but I kind of think that that's what it's going to be. So I feel like if that is the plan, and let's say I'm right. Let's say hypothetically Greg's right, because he always is, right? I'm not. But let's just say I'm right on that, and this is all about Shane McMahon. If you've got this opportunity to bring Shane in and do this big story, but you've already got this Darby Allin title shot in place. You're like, okay, we're going to take that from you for now. We're going to run with this. And you know what they could do is follow it all the way through. Like, for the fans who are going to feel bad for Darby, well, just, it's not the end of the story. Imagine this. Imagine Darby is the one who takes the title from Jon Moxley. You know, so if it comes full circle, no big deal. Either way, Darby Allin is the type of guy who absolutely can take a loss to a 3-time world champion and not suffer any, suffer any harm from it. He's super over. He's just like Jeff Hardy. Think about back when Jeff Hardy was super over. He could have lost any time. No loss would ever ruin Jeff Hardy. It would not matter. Never did. So Darby's the same. Darby is very appealing to a wide genre of wrestling fans. A loss to Moxley is going to do nothing to halt the growth of his career. He's going to be a megastar with or without a championship. He already pretty much is, at least in AEW, and he'll get his day. So I feel like they kind of gave him the title shot too early. It was kind of a pointless title shot to give him. He earned like 2 title shots in the same TV taping. It was really crazy. So I feel like it was kind of a rushed decision to give him that anyway. Maybe thinking that, oh, we'll do Danielson and Darby or something at Wrestle Dream. That'll be fun. A couple of guys from Washington, right? But then they get this opportunity maybe to do the Shane McMahon angle and like, okay, we're going to pivot and do this instead. This is something that happens quite often in wrestling. So I'm not going to feel too bad for Darby yet because I don't think anything bad is going to happen to him coming out of this. And do you really want to make him world champion right now anyway, if he's going to climb Mount Everest next year? So even if he were to win the title here, like beat Danielson and win the title, he's going to have to drop it before April. You know, you don't want to send him up that mountain as champion. Well, maybe you do, because if he dies, then you can immortalize him, you know, dies a champion, but still that could happen if he turns around and then wins the title next year or something. That's fine with me. I think overall, Darby Allin is going to be an AEW Rushmore head. I mean, he just is. He's kind of already there, if you ask me. But we'll see. Angie Law, appreciate the 5 from you. Enjoyed it as always. Same from you, Uncle Donk. Thank you for the 5. Thanks, boys and girls. Thanks, Greg, for doing the watch along. And I appreciate all of you guys being here tonight. Don't forget, we're going to be here Friday afternoon, evening, 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific, about 2.5 hours before SmackDown goes live. And we're going to be here to review the entire Vince McMahon Netflix docuseries. I'm 2 episodes in. I watched the first 2 when the series dropped last night at midnight. And I'm going to finish the next 4 here with Elizabeth tonight. So I'm going to spend tomorrow kind of making my notes. And then Friday, we're going to do a nice long live podcast and we're going to break it all down. So the link is already up on the channel. Make sure you save it. And then Saturday's Winged Eagle is probably going to happen, but it's probably going to be a quicker episode. I work early that day, so I might come up a little bit earlier, do a quick episode because we're going to cover all the Vince stuff on Friday. And there might not be much else to talk about news-wise right now. So I'm not sure, but you'll definitely see me Saturday. And then unfortunately on Sunday, we're going to be missing yet another classic watch along. One more Sunday we have to take off here before picking them back up the following week. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, all that good stuff. And you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday evening. Appreciate you being here. It's always fun.